So I have a question. So, they talk about fake news, this, that, the other thing. Well, here's something that I've heard. Our nice little sheriff is supposedly got a 17-year-old pregnant that had to go having an abortion. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm not promoting it, but that's kind of interesting. I suggest people look into that. The tyranny that is being brought upon our nation from what's going on is to such a height that it is almost ununderstandable. You have people that are coming out and reacting over things that they don't even know the full thing about. I know some certain little kid that's been all over TV graduated from a school in 2015 in California, and somehow is going to a school in Florida. Yeah, he's got one of those baby faces. Hey, I got told I looked like I was 13 until I was like 23. So, I understand how it is to have one of those baby faces. So, we start to come and find out all these truths that mainstream media does everything in the world to hide. Now, do they not? And we're supposed to shut up and let you literally say, do whatever you want against us. You literally have these people that are trying to take our guns away and make new laws. These are the same people that say that our president is the next coming of Hitler. And they want their ability to arm themselves to be denied and to be hindered. Where in any sense, in any world, in any universe, in any virtual reality, would that make sense? So for you little kids that obviously just don't see reality for what it is, look at it as if you were playing a game. Because I promise you, this life is a game. So let's put it into one of your virtual realities. Why don't we do that? So if you're living in a virtual reality little kingdom, and everything's good, and you thought everything was great, but then there's a nihilistic ruler that is coming upon you. And he's coming, and he's gonna destroy everything that you love. Everything that is good. Why in the heck would you push for him to have the right to lock you up and take away your guns for no reason? Why would we give lawmakers, why would we give law enforcement more rule of law over us than they already have? Which is way too much. But why would you give somebody that went to a kid's house 39 times because of things that he did, and did multiple things that he already should have been locked up, should have never been able to buy a gun, should never have been able to do anything? So you want to give that law enforcement that did do nothing about that, you want to give them more rule over you? Are you so stupid that you think, well, if they didn't, it'll be alright, because, they'll have a little bit more rule, but, obviously they won't enforce it so much? No. These people didn't enforce that or do that for a reason. I'm not going to say whether people died or not in that. I have no idea on that crap. But when you have a damn kid that graduated 2015 in California and then somehow is present day working and going to school there and not working, whatever, but a part of the drama department, part of all that stuff, And you have something that happens when there's 3,000 people involved and only 4 people are getting to speak. One more than anyone else. And we all know who that is. Now do we not? But what are we doing here, people? You gotta understand, if we are stupid enough to allow this to happen, we deserve it. Are we stupid enough to allow this to happen? I think not. There is no more time to be fearful of what will happen to you. And I can understand being fearful. I do. But listen. If you are a follower of Christ, if you realize what Jesus did for us, whether you believe it or not, but you realize what he did for us and what it was said that he did for us. If somebody was willing to do that for you and for all of humanity, why would you not be willing to do it for him and for all of humanity? Become legend. I tell you, my brothers and sisters, truth must rise, or the evil will. And we're in an issue here where we have some of the most corrupt, richest cowards in the world cornered. The most dangerous thing in the world is to have a coward cornered. And that's just talking about a two-piece piece of crap criminal with a freaking 6-gun. That's dangerous enough. When we're talking about that we have some of the richest, most powerful people in the world that have made more connections than we could ever even understand or recognize. That kind of a coward cornered? Whew. Armageddon, baby. This is where we are at. And it fears my heart and my soul whether we will be able to wake people up or not. Because people seem to think if I have bread, water, and work, life is good. And hey, don't get me wrong, life is really good. But what they're trying to make life is pretty much the Hunger Games. You need to do your own due diligence and do your own freaking research. Look at the Georgia Guidestones. Look at what they want. Look at what they're trying to pull upon us. And I cannot say that we can ever really stop it. I think we have a chance. I think that we really can. I think truth is rising. But no matter what, you know who you are if you're a watchman. You know who you are, male nor female. You know who you are. If you're a watchman and you've been called, and it's right here, and you do not blow the trumpets as loud as you can to awaken as many people as you can, that, your blood, your soul, your everything will be the one that will be held to account. Now, if you blow those trumpets as loud and as hard and as you can, and nobody listens, it will not be your blood that is to account. Never forget that. It will be theirs that did not listen. And I'm not trying to say to have a virtue signaling reason nor rhyme for what you do, but remember that. Remember that, because it is your duty. If you started to even wake up, or you have woken up and you are not blowing the trumpets as loud as you can, because if you've woken up and you've seen the first lies or all the lies, and you are not doing everything that you can to spread it, you are a watchman that is failing to do his job. You're a lighthouse keeper that failed to keep the light on. Do you understand that? Do you understand the penalty of that? More than anything, I just want people to spread the truth and the knowledge that they know. The truth that they can see that other people, for whatever reason, cannot see. And we all know how hard it is to have people see knowledge, especially once you found it. But one thing that I can never emphasize enough, never forget, you were one of them at one point. You literally did forget. Not forget, but you did not see truth for what it was. It takes that first real big, no matter how knowledgeable you were or how much truth you knew, it takes one of those big explosions to go, holy crap, everything I've ever been told is a lie, and they're lying to us. And why are they lying to us? Oh, they're lying to us to try to rob, steal the hearts and the minds of our children. No more, no less. So, if we are not smart enough and able enough to actually give our whole hearts to this uprising that needs to come, I don't know, because I can't tell you what the end of days are. I can't tell you what Armageddon are. I can't tell you what Revelations are. I think Revelations are the revelation of all truth. I think Armageddon, I really hope, is the defeat of all evil. I cannot tell you this. I do not know. But the one thing that I can tell you is what you know inside of your heart and what you believe is the truth that you need to spread. Because here's the thing is, these other people that are spreading it on the other side, they're spreading it and they don't even, a lot of them don't even believe in it. But here's the sick thing is, whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in the devil or not, these people that are running everything and paying for everything, they believe in the devil. They believe in God. Not like we believe in God. But they're afraid of God because of what they've done. So what they're trying to do, in my eyes, in my opinion, they know how much God, Jesus, Yahweh, Abba, whatever you want to call it, they know how much he loves the world and he loves his children. I fear these demons are so afraid of that they think they can find a deep dark hole to hide in, let alone if they can literally destroy enough of God's children's and the hearts and the minds of God's children, that their maybe punishment will be less, or they will be strengthened, that they could even maybe fight God, whatever it is. Atheists, please read your Bible, look at it mathematically, realize, look at it spiritually, sit there with yourself, pray, meditate. Ask for the Father that is in heaven, please shine your light upon me. Ask for Yahweh. Ask for Jesus Christ. Ask Abba. Ask whatever you must. But I am telling you, if you have never felt hands be placed upon your shoulders, and in a way that you're just like, I know there's nobody behind me, and I know there's no way that there could be hands that big that have just been placed upon my shoulders, and hands that are placed upon your shoulders, even if I'm crazy, and there is a 1% chance, wouldn't it be worth to try to find that? To try to find that feeling, that comfort, that love of hands being placed upon your shoulders when there's, as far as you can see or notice, there's nothing there. And you still feel hands placed upon your shoulders because what you're doing. There is no greater understanding or any greater gift. So hey, maybe I'm crazy. It is what it is. But if there's 1 out of 100% chance that anything that I've ever told you or ever have said in this video is true or right, would that not mean that you should do your due diligence and go do your own damn research? All I can ask you is to find the understanding and the love in your heart to fight for this world. I know we're not supposed to love anything in this world, and all the demonic shit in this world makes it really hard for me too. And I feel sometimes like I lose love for this world a lot. But at the same time, I do know there's a lot of people, a lot of souls, a lot of good in this world that I must love and that I must cherish and that I must fight for with everything that is inside of my heart and my soul. And no matter what, I understand that it's hard. I understand that people look at you and they laugh. They think that you're batshit crazy. Does it really matter what anybody else thinks? I promise you, once you come to understand that it matters not what anybody else thinks, You should care what you think and what you feel about yourself. Because there is no material that you get to take. I promise you this. You're not an elite. You're not going to live forever. And if I promise you, if they give you the ability and the rhyme and the reason and the ability to live forever, it will be as it says in the Bible. Man wanted to die, but he could not. That is hell. That is hell. And I know I butchered it. But man will want to die, but not be able to. That is hell. And I can promise you that is hell. That is AI. That is everything that they're putting upon us right now. And I don't know if there's any ability to stop it. But at the same time, in my heart and my soul, I feel like there is an ability to stop it. Because no matter what, God has made his reprieves. God has stopped, slowed, or changed things because of man's. Because of man. Because of the spirit. Because of everything that people have changed. Trust me, the last thing that anybody wants is dad to come home. I understand there are all these people who are like, yeah, I want father to come home, da 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 da. Well, that's great. Yeah, you do want father to come home. If you've been good. Okay, who the heck is sitting there going, yeah, I can't wait till dad's been home, when they've been a shithead? Pardon my French. But what kid was ever sitting there clapping and so excited and couldn't wait till dad came home when they've been a bad kid? No kid wants dad to come home when they've been a bad kid. And I'm not saying that you've been a bad kid, bad person, anything like that. But lots of people have not found their way. And especially if you have, lots of people that you know and love have not found their way. So why would we want father to come home to punish them when they still have not found their way? Trust me, father coming home is a great thing. But father coming home before us or the ones that we love have found their way, that is not a good thing for any of them. I understand that you will be called freaking crazy, but do your own damn research and put things together to where you can show people, because there is nothing more important in this life if you are a watchman. And here's the thing is, you might not always know that you're a watchman, but once you wake up and you realize that you see things that 99% of the freaking world doesn't see, and you start to see the first truths, the first big lies, and you start to see, well, I know all these things that I know about, and I'm told this is this, doesn't quite make sense, and then all those things start to fall in line. This is the greatest thing ever. Well, not the greatest thing ever. Okay. I've had many people ask me, they're like, man, you just think you know everything about anything, and you just think you're so fucking smart, don't you? I'm like, no. And this is the greatest saying you can ever say to people. I used to think that I was very smart. I used to think that I knew everything or that I knew a lot. But after I came to realize that I knew nothing and was able to start learning, I realized that I knew more, or that I know more than I ever thought that I knew. But at the same time, I realized that I know nothing. And anybody with half a brain will look at you and like sit there for a while and be like thinking about it. Other people will just look at you and laugh and be like, that doesn't make sense, da 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 da. You know, they're nowhere near close to being awakened. And the hardest part is to awaken somebody is really, really hard, especially if they haven't already started. I just want to tell all my watchmen out there, never forget, we are the true resistance, and he is waiting for us to spread his word. Truth is rising. I love you all.